ask you, it's a sort of a question of semantics here, because Secretary of State Clinton said last week that the administration has officially stopped using the phrase global war on terror. Why is that? Aren't we still in a global war on terror?
No, we are, and I didn't hear her say that. I don't doubt you. I'm sure she said that, and it reflects our policy. Look, under the rubric of a global war on terror, we ended up in a series of policies that made no sense and made us weaker, in my view, in the view of the President of the United States. And so what we've decided to do is look at things in their discrete problems. Here you have a situation, it is not a global war on terror in Iraq. The problem we have in Iraq now is leaving behind a government where Sunnis, Kurds, and Shia get along, where they can share power and be stable, not a threat to their neighbors, and secure in their own boundaries. Conversely, in the Fatah, the eastern part, the western part of Pakistan, in the mountains on the Afghan border, that is a war on terror. That's where Al Qaeda lives. That's where bin Laden is. That's where the most radicalized part of the Taliban is. The situation we have as it relates to problems that exist in other parts of the world, they aren't all related to terror.
So is there still a global war on terror?
There is a war on terror. Terror is a legitimate threat. It is a threat that comes from Al Qaeda and those organizations that have morphed off of Al Qaeda. But there are other interests we have beyond merely, for example, the situation in the Middle East is not a global war on terror, but it matters to us mightily whether or not we end up with an accommodation between the Israelis and the Palestinians.
I want to get to that, but I want to press you on this point, because in Afghanistan right now, the president of Afghanistan, Hamid Karzai, has signed into law an edict, in effect allowing men to rape their wives.